I've travelled to the ends of the earth, taking on the world's wildest places.
Come on, keep with me, keep with me.
It's been one hell of a journey, both for me and the hugely dedicated team of people who are with me every step of the way. The team and I are always asked for our favourite moments from the show, so we've put together a top 25 countdown of the very best. There've been so many moments for me on Man vs Wild, and it's always going to be hard to narrow it down to 25, but I'm going to kick it off 9,000 feet up in a helicopter, looking down on a little desert island. Magic.
When Bear falls out the aircraft, and behind him you see this island, little island. It's like James Bond moment.
We travelled to some of the most remote places on Earth. In Sumatra, Indonesia, just getting on the ground was a huge challenge. But letting go was the easy bit. My plan was to land in the water, but to do that, I needed to release the parachute just before entry. Nothing below me to judge distances and tell me when to detach. It's a high-risk maneuver. Released too early, and it would be just like hitting concrete. Now that's how to make an entrance. Number 24 is a time in Montana when I was faced with one of my toughest ever climbs.
That must be 200 foot high. At least.
Stuck in the bottom of a steep-sided valley, my way out was up. Climbing up that railway bridge in Montana, I would describe as buttock clenching.
It looked big, but once you got part way up it, you really saw how big it was, but also how fragile it was. I mean, that bridge was in excess of 100 years old.
It was a very physical climb, which took a big toll on me.
Well, pump some blood back into the hands and the arms. You just got to be 100% on each handhold and foothold. You start getting this high. You're just not human if you don't feel a flutter.
And just when I thought I had it all worked out, it's almost at the top, I realised there was a big flaw in my plan.
How on earth am I going to get over this lift?
I wanted to swing the chain out over the lip and get it hooked on the railing.
Ah! It's caught, it is caught. Okay. It's officially time for a courage pill.
I was definitely scared.
See my hands.
And you can see how my hands were shaking when I got to the top. In Belize, deep underground in a cave, I found food of sorts.
Disgusting.
You saw this amazing-looking prehistoric insect almost hanging from this cave.
Flipping Nora.
And sort of just thought, that's food.
This thing must be the most evil-looking creature you'll ever see.
Look at the size of that. You see, that's a whip scorpion. It's like a cross between a scorpion and a spider. Let's see if I get him on him.
Bear, classic technique, Bear Grylls technique, whack it with a stone.
Bingo. Look at the size of that.
Well, at least you're going to maybe pull a few legs off, all that. No chance.
I don't know where you begin to eat it. Probably the back end. That's one bit I got. That is a big meal.
I've included this at number 23 because I think it's the biggest insect I've ever eaten. In Alaska, what should have been a simple river crossing very nearly ended in big disaster.
Probably actually use this one as well to get across.
Now you see this huge tree trunk wedged across this canyon. And you look at it and you think, you know, there's not moving anywhere. You know, you could hang a truck off it.
Would you believe it, the thing went?
Even today, I find this one hard to watch.
I got it. God, I hate it when that happens. That was very, very close.
Number 21 has to be Transylvania. It involves me, a length of rope, and a helicopter. Guess the rest.
Heading to the Carpathian Mountains, central Romania. It's reckoned to be the last great wilderness in Europe. We're getting there. It's not going to be easy. The clouds are moving in, and there's only a tiny weather window.
All of a sudden you see that coil just moving.
The pilot says he can't land up there. So it means I got improvise.
Up he goes, like a dope on a rope.
I'll never forget being suspended underneath a helicopter, flying at 100 miles an hour across the Transylvanian wilderness. Brilliant. Number 20 is my Tarzan moment in the jungles of Belize.
Look at that for a drop-off. That's what I call a death drop. And really anything over 30 foot, especially under rocks like this, you're just not going to walk away from. And this must be at least 60, 70 foot down here.
There was only one way to get across this chasm, and I'd always wanted to try this. Here was my chance.
Yeah, that's all my weight on it. And it's holding. Okay, let's give this a field test.
Well, no one knows what is going to happen.
Jeepers.
It takes a lot of courage. It does take a lot of balls.
Like most things on this show, it's probably best to only do them once. Number 19, in the Sahara Desert, I had to get in, and get in fast.
Oh, I love a gentle drive in the countryside.
The Land Rover's doing about 50 kilometres. And that sounds not so soft.
If we slow down in the hot sand, we're more likely going to sink, get stuck. So when the driver gives me the nod, I'm going to have to jump. What a great way to start the mouthful of sand.
Coming up on my greatest moments, I go on a fishing trip with a difference in the deep south. Take the ride of my life in a biplane, get in a fight with a bee.